Later this month, we're planning a prayer and gift day specifically to resource our youth and children's work. Our parish office has recently sent in our parish returns detailing the number of people who worship here in the parish of Heswall. Those who analyse these statistics across the whole of the Church of England tell us that in the last decade, the number of adults worshipping in Anglican churches has dropped by something like 20%. But shockingly, the number of children has fallen by well over 50%. A recent article in Christianity magazine reported that now 1/3 of Anglican churches have no children under the age of 16, and 3/4 have less than 5 children under the age of 16. Here in Heswall, we've consistently invested in our youth and children's work, but much of what we do doesn't actually take place on a Sunday, it takes place during the week. In an average week, we now have Little Fishes running in St Peter's Centre, which frequently has more than 20 children and their carers and parents, and sometimes is full to capacity. And Little Light, started at the Lighthouse Church, has gone from a few to a lot very quickly. There's now over 40 children gathering in these two preschool groups, and others come to Baby Tiddlers with their babies under 1 year old. In an average week, we'll take 3 primary school assemblies in Gayton, Heswall Primary and St Peter's School, delivering a Christian act of worship and teaching from the Bible to over 700 children and their staff. And Danny and our youth team support 2 Christian unions in local secondary schools. Danny runs Impact for years 6 to 9 on a Thursday in St Peter's Centre. There's about 20 young people come to that. A handful come and share with us in worship and Impact on Sunday mornings at both St Peter's and the Lighthouse Church. YF meets each Sunday evening with something like 25 young people gathering for Bible study, discussion, games, cake. They have 4 life groups that meet during the week to study the Bible, pray and talk through things together, along with a programme of socials, outreach, fundraising, mission and weekends away that run during the year. Encounter, our youth-led service, takes place every Sunday evening at the Lighthouse Church. There's currently something like 25 young people taking part in that congregation with the opportunity of leading worship. They've got some great bands, learning to preach and growing together in faith. Rachel runs eKids in both churches, St Peter's and the Lighthouse Church, on most Sunday mornings. And then there's an annual programme of social events, toy service at St Peter's, the palm puppets at the Lighthouse Church, the pancakes and litter pick on other occasions. Where's the Lord leading with our youth and children's work? Well, since opening the Lighthouse Church, we've restarted Cafe Church at St Peter's Centre, and we've included Cafe Church in the monthly programme of worship at the Lighthouse Church, believing that it's a more informal, all-age form of worship. It's more accessible to new people wanting to come along and share in church life. Although Rachel correctly observes that actually even that step is one which is too big for some people. And so she pioneered Messy Easter on Easter Saturday, with more than 40 children plus their families coming along to that, and is intending to run that once a month on a Wednesday after school in May, June and July. That's looking to build a whole new congregation with a whole new set of younger families who don't currently attend either of our church buildings. Danny's part of the team running Open Door, pioneered in December, opening the Lighthouse Church from 11 p.m. on a Friday night through to very early Saturday morning, and providing people a service to the people out in Heswall at that time of night and early in the morning. Had some fascinating conversations with people as a result of the hospitality shown from our new building. You may know, though, that for the last 6 years, the salaries leading this work have been paid out of a fund created from legacies and one-off donations. As these funds are used up this year, we're needing to replenish them in order to enable these ministries to continue and grow. And so this prayer and and Gift Day planned for later this month is part of the PCC's strategy to raise our income to match our expenditure, including the salaries that we invest in our youth and children's work. That's been alongside our annual review of giving. It's been alongside our improvement of digital giving and different ways of making it easier to give on a Sunday. Simply looking to raise our income to fill the gap that currently exists between it and our expenditure. Just to give you some simple figures as to what our youth and children's work costs, my guess is that one of those sessions, whether it's for Little Lights, Little Fishes, Impact or YF, probably costs something like £70 in terms of the preparation time and the time to actually run it. It means that it costs something like £700 a week to run our children and family work, and £700 a week to run our youth work. And so on our Gift Day later this month, I say as part of a wider strategy, we're inviting prayer and giving specifically to our youth and children's work. In the meantime, we'd ask you to prepare for this, pray for this, and if you'd like to know any more, then in the coming weeks, we'll be sharing some stories from our youth and children's work about its impact in people's lives. Thank you for listening.